welcome to my very first video in a hopefully fairly successful YouTube channel. Now, my name is Julian. Not many of you probably even know me. Not many of you probably even care to watch this. However, I just felt like posting videos just because why not? I have like 118 games on Steam. Some are really old, like this game called Enclave, and some really new, like Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Full Dragon, and stuff like that. I have a huge variety of games, and I figured why not just record my experiences and fun. Whether anyone actually watches it, I don't know, but it'll be a cool thing to do. And one of the first games I'd like to record is a new game I got recently called Enclave. While it's not the best game in the world, it's still not that bad. I did play like 2 chapters already, but it's only like about 30 minutes. So I'd like to play it now and have this be our very first video. Now in this video, I'm probably going to talk about, I don't know, either the game or just things in real life that I feel like are important, that I feel like reflecting upon. So, hopefully this all goes well and dandy and I can have some fun with this. Alright, so why don't we hop right in? Make sure no problems with the settings before you do anything. Because this game is expensive, crash.
Scripted within an ancient tome, which lies beneath centuries of dust in the guarded library of Mechalon, is the story of how the rift was formed. Though most cannot recall a time when the rift did not divide the Enclave and the Outlands, they were at one time unified. At that time, there were lands where the very essence of magic was believed to dwell, for they were lush and prosperous. All who did not hold the secrets of the soil, which were protected by the Pact of Jifuro, coveted these lands fiercely. The great demon Vatar was among these envious creatures, for he believed that with the magic of these lands in his grasp, he would surely become invincible. And so, he led his army to attack the dwellers of the land and lay claim to it for himself. The battle raged on and on, until at last the mighty wizard Zale stood alone against Vatar to protect the lands. When all hope seemed lost, and Vatar's victory imminent, Zale struck the final, fatal blow. With a roar of anger and anguish, the wizard slammed his staff into the ground. The world trembled and then parted beneath Vatar's feet. A scream of outrage erupted from the demon's throat as he fell to his defeat. However, victory did not come without a price. The chasm that grew from this powerful blast of magic was too vast to be traversed, and the people were separated as much as the lands. Those who had come to aid their brothers in fighting against the demon's army returned to their home called Mechalon, with stunned minds and heavy hearts. The Pact of Jifuro had been broken, and they had become separated from their brothers. The denizens of the Outlands, a dark and selfish people, became known as the Dreg Attar, and the Enclave of Magic Land, which had been divided from the rest, formed a peaceful city called Selenheim. In time, all wounds are healed, for in the lengthy span since it was torn asunder, it seems that the magic inherent within the world has begun to knit the land back together. The rift grows smaller and can even be crossed in certain locations. Though it should be a time of celebration and rejoicing, such is not the case. For despite the passage of time, the greedy Dregatar still lust after the lands of magic. Raid after raid has been sent into the Enclave in hopes of weakening it for the major attack the Dregatar intend to wage as soon as they are able. Crops burned and possessions stolen, Selenheim has been thrown into a state of extreme unrest. Heavy taxes are levied upon the people to help pay for the city's defense. This has led to uprisings within the Enclave, and some of its inhabitants have landed in jail, along with the true enemy. And it is here that our story begins. A few rebellious grains of sand within the ever-turning hourglass of life.
Sorry about that. That was incredibly long. I was being quiet just in case you wanted. I don't know if this game has the greatest story, but I decided to play it anyway. Yeah, I was kind of curious. You could hear me breathing, but I knew that was a problem for my friend who was talking to them. This mic I have picks up everything. It's kind of ridiculous, but I hope it's not an issue. Because then it's going to sound like you're in a wind tunnel, and no one's going to listen to it. Alright, well, let's get on our way. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this game is old. It was made in like 2003.
So, they imprison their own too, I see. The sound you are hearing is the sound of your death. The rolling thunder of my fellow Outlanders. The sound of the Dregatar slaughtering your kind and scaling the walls of this puny fortress. They are coming to set me free. And if they don't get to you first, I will personally rip you apart with
with like E-Rex, and it's supposed to be an MMORPG. That's shocking because, well, I thought it all fucking started. So, that's something you can see on that game. And, I probably will be showing you Civ 5 gameplay when I do that, just because that game is a very, like, relaxing game. And it's something to talk about. Because it's like a board game. A lot better. Played on that. I think for now,